Hello, I'm Vidas Pinkevicius, and in this video I'll be adding the soprano part for the chorale tune called Before Jehovah's Awful Throne. And this tune is known as Old 100 tune, very popular tune, and the hymn tune will be present in the lower part. So go ahead and listen to the tune first so that we know how it sounds, okay? Here we go. So now that we know how it sounds, let's add the soprano part. But since this is a 6/8 meter and our right hand part will be filled with the 8 notes in the soprano part, but before doing that I'll have to add a harmonic outline, basically quarter notes in the right hand part. So let me demonstrate for you. So later on I'll change the rhythms into 8 notes, but first let's do dotted quarter notes, and that will give us a chance to have this harmonic outline first. And I'll use sweet sounding intervals of the thirds, sixths and octaves, and sometimes fifths when necessary. Octaves and fifths only in contrary motion, and sixths and thirds in any way we want, in contrary motion, parallel motion, or even in oblique motion. Okay, because this is a G major key with 1 sharp, we need to start with an octave first, and G is our first scale degree of G major. So how about adding a third next, then a 6, a 6, a 6, a 6. Alright, so you see what happens here is it's a sequence in the left hand part right here, these two measures, so we can use this nice 6 in the right hand part as well. Then then we can have an octave, a 6, a third, maybe a third 1 octave higher, a third and 1 lower, okay, like that. Then the next phrase could start with the 6, then a fifth, a 6, a third, a 6, a 6, a third higher 1 octave, third, a third lower. It's an interesting clip, and we continue living like that. We'll see where it leads us later on with our rhythms of 8 notes. Then a third, third, how about 6, a third, a 6, a third, and then a 6, a third, okay, and the third, maybe a 6 again. And then what happens here is very interesting. A 6 and a third. We see in this measure G and B is inverted, B and G. It's like mirror inversion in the right hand part. A third, it's a 6. Okay, a 6. A third D, a fifth, and a 6, and a dotted half note, an octave. Here we go. That's our harmonic outline. Okay, now what I have to do is select the entire right hand part and do this as 8 notes. Look at this. A miracle happens here. Now we can only we must only add these missing notes, missing 8 notes. It's like filling the blanks. Okay, so we start with G like that, straight up, and then like that. Like, straight down. How about this way? E, A, B, C, like that. Let me change this first. And then we'll jump 1 octave higher. Like that. Like that. Straight line downward. To F sharp. To E. And then probably could be it's best to be approached from above, because you see we have ascending motion, ascending clip in the bass, so we need to have the balance in the right hand part, so we are descending then. Okay. How about this way? How about this way? It's a sequence. Like that. Straight line upward. Very easy process. And then straight line downward. Let's move this page a little bit so that we can see it better. From E to F sharp, then straight line upward. From G to B. Yes, like that. Straight line downward. have this octave, dotted half note octave. So here we go. How about listening to this and from the beginning, so that you know how it should sound. Everything put together, right hand and left hand part. Okay, there is only one place I'd like to change, and I'll change as we go along. Here in measure 4, let's listen. Here it's a little bit a harsh sounding part here, because you see G to A, it's an ascending interval, and what happens here, I also have A, B, C, and G to A is not particularly nice. It's a interval, dissonant interval. It's a second or a ninth basically. So I better change it from approaching C, from E. Everything from G until E was fine because it was from above, but now from E to C I'm ascending, and the bass ascending also, you see. So it's better. How about this way? E, C, D, and C. Let's back up and listen. It's better. How about changing a little bit to F sharp? Do you think it's better? No, it's F sharp to C which gives us trouble. F sharp to C, it's augmented fourth. It's basically a tritone. It's a dissonant interval. So how about we need this interval upward, one octave higher, and then we will be all right like that. Yes, you see how it's much better. So now we have this chorale tune with two-part setting fully worked out, and now it's your turn first to practice. For beginner organist, I recommend playing the part separately 3 times in a row correctly, and for basic level students, how about playing 3 versions? Version 1 would be hands together, right hand and left hand part together. The second version would be right hand and pedals. You see the bass part will be played by the feet. And the third will be left hand and pedals. But left hand will be the soprano part played perhaps 1 octave lower, because it's quite a challenge to play that high with the right hand. Yes. So if you want, you can drop 1 octave lower. For intermediate students, I recommend transposing this exercise, this setting, to the key of A major with 3 sharps. That will be very nice. And for advanced students, how about transposing to B major? That's 5 sharps, B major. And of course, always aim for each combination, each step to be perfect, precise, and fluent at least 3 times in a row. So, if you want more practice, advice, and training, visit my site Secrets of Organ Playing, and you can find free organ playing advice and training, and this will be delivered to you by email every day. Every single exercise that I publish and other training advice, articles, and resources you can get for free to your email inbox. Just visit my site at organduo.lt. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.